What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It's the 26th of May today, and we're at about 306733 on the price. 21 hours left in the day here, and yesterday was kind of a wild day. You know, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, what do I know? But if you look at this, you think about it like this. We're in this consolidation phase here, right? You had a fake out to the upside, so what'd you do? You went down the next day. You had a fake out to the downside, so what'd you do? You're probably going to go up the next day. I would expect that you go up. This by all definitions, at least as of now, it looks like a fake out. You broke out of the range, seemingly so, and then ripped right back to the upside before the end of the day to give you a wick on the downside. It looked like you were breaking out, looking like you were going lower. This is a fake out and a half, and you're having the reaction now. If this is a fake out and my analysis is correct, I would assume that Toshi's going to have a good day today. You know, you're already up 1% on the day, but I think that you're going to move up. Let's see, by the end of the day, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Toshi was up a whole like 10%, 15%, more than that, 20%. You could be back at the top of this range by the end of today, Monday. It really wouldn't surprise me. If not, certainly Tuesday, Wednesday, by the end of this month, you're moving up. You're going to be at dramatically higher prices. The only thing that yesterday changed is the measurement of your bull flag. Not the measurement, I should say, but the target area of your bull flag. From a low to a high, this is your measurement. The measurement was given here, but now it's taken from the low point here. So that target would be at 0018, whereas before it would have been more like 0019, probably like 001185. So it's a little bit lower. Nothing crazy, nothing to be too sad about, but a little bit lower. From the current price, that's a measure move of about 167% away. Measure moves are just ideas. They're not requirements. You can fall short of them. You can exceed them. And it really wouldn't surprise me if Toshi did exceed its measure move. If we're looking at this on MEXC with a little bit more historical data to it and a more accurate high, I would say, from a high to a low, I believe your measure move corresponds rather well with the 886. It might be just above it if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just above it here. So it's very possible that you could stop just below, or you could do something crazy where you actually just run all the way up to your all-time highs, find some resistance there, kind of consolidate between the 100 and the 886 or the 100 and the 786, somewhere in this area here, and then you continue to move up. Something like that could happen. I do anticipate that this next move will be stronger than the last one. Not like crazy stronger, but I would anticipate that we're probably above 0019 by the end of this next endeavor, which could take place by the end of the month. We have 6 days left in the month, including today. You know, from this low here, it took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days to make that move. So by the end of the month, I would think that we're well underway with this move, at least here at 00137, if not higher by the end of the month. Well underway with that move, finishing off either at the end or in the beginning of June, end of May or beginning of June, something like that. Ultimately, Toshi, you have a lot higher to go. Ultimately, we're looking for a price, you know, from the current price going all the way up. The expectation would be that we see something on the lines, at a minimum expectation, a 6.7x to potentially at the maximum expectation, a 15.5x from the current price. It's going to be fantastic. And if you want to hop in on this, if you want to get in on these potential gains over the next probably 6 weeks or so, I think that it's like now or never within the next 24 hours. Like, you're not going to have this. If you wait a week, the 15x potential shifts down to a 5x potential, 5.5x potential, potentially as much as a 2.5x potential, right? Where the minimum as of now is a 6.8 potential, the minimum would shift to a 2.5 potential in about a week's time. That's the expectation here. So it's now or never. We're at a really good point to buy. We just had the fake out. I think that's a signal as clear as any. I think really we're in this kind of like box, this like horizontal box right here. And we're at the bottom where we bounced. We had a little fake out of it, but we're going to come up. Once you get above about 308, you should be breaking out and moving higher. So 3067 right now, a little bit of work to do, and then you're going to move up higher. Daily RSI looks like it's at a good area to bounce from. 4-hour RSI, you hit the oversold area. You could go lower, but you're at that's a good area to bounce from too. I mean, you did this before and you were fine, but you could come back down. If you were to come back down, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I suppose I would expect you to go below this level, but I don't see it happening. Maybe you really fake people out, right? Maybe you get like a little bit lower and then you rip up. I don't know. The 4-hour could continue. You're not showing any signs of weakness here technically. Just your wick at the top here. We have 1 hour left. Let's see how it goes. But if you were to turn around from here, you probably don't go too much lower than this low, if at all below that low. one way or another, I don't care, man. I would expect that today closes green. I think that you're going to move up higher. It looks pretty damn good. 1 hour RSI rejecting the overbought zone. 11 seconds left. You will close this hour to the red side. So rejection off the overbought zone. Typically, you'd look to find support at the 50 or the 40. So that does imply that the hours to come will be red. You'll probably pull back, I would think, at least to 3065. You're at 3067 now. So something around 3065. Pull back to there, find support, and then move up. If not, you're going lower, but just a little bit lower than this low, and then you'll move up. Either way, regardless of what happens, by the end of the day, you'll be at higher prices. And it really wouldn't surprise me if within the next week or so, by the end of this week, you're at dramatically higher prices up. You're going to have a 100% growth week. But okay, this week's going to be 100%. This week here was a 90% growth week, 89%. This week's going to be 100% or more. That's my expectation. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'm considering buying some more cryptos, and Toshi's definitely on the hit list, especially because it's only gone down, right? It's only gone down, so I think that while a lot of cryptos have kind of moved sideways and consolidated, you had a little bit of a sell-off because, you know, I mean, you pumped so much, so obviously you're going to have a little bit of a sell-off. Makes it more appetizing to buy. This right here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, and I don't take this with a grain of salt, okay? But this right here, this little box, and how you're double bottoming off this box, it reminds me a lot of what Cookie Dow did whenever we were in our box. It's a different shaped box, but very similar box, right? Here, do you see it? You see what I'm talking about? You moved up and you have your little box right here. And once you had your double bottom, then you had your immaculate recovery, right? Once you had your double bottom here, you have a little bit more of a blemish here, but if you just treat that like it doesn't exist, it's actually very similar looking, just in a shorter amount of time. So it might produce a less robust move, but still, I would equate this where we are here to here as I would here to here. Does that make sense? It's very, very similar. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. And I mean, just look at what happened afterwards, right? Beautiful, beautiful. The move up is only more robust than the move that led into the pattern. Yes? Expectations are high. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.